Hi, and welcome to Learning How to Learn. My name is Shada, and for my final project, I'm going to explain how this class helped me go from a timid, overwhelmed, aspiring learner to a more confident, more informed, and better equipped learner in 7 major steps. Step 1. Make plans the night before. A simple to-do list might suffice for some people, but I prefer a timed schedule so that I know exactly what I'm meant to do at a specific time. I suggest writing your list down as there's a strange exhilaration in checking off the things you've accomplished. Don't forget to include exercising in your schedule, as exercise frees your mind and gets you into the diffuse thinking mode, which helps you learn better. Also, make sure you get enough sleep, as sleeping helps rid the brain of toxins, thus aiding the process of learning. Sleeping is important, especially before a major test. Step 2. Do not cram. You might think that an intense 5-hour study session before a test is the way to go, but that's not the case. Space out your study sessions over the course of a few days. When studying, review the passage you have just read and try to replay and reimagine the words. Studies show that by doing this, you are helping cement the ideas in your head. Another common mistake is highlighting. Excessive highlighting can trick you into believing you've learned when you've simply just skimmed over the passage, an example of an illusion of competence. Be specific with your highlighter. Choose wisely and only use it when emphasis is needed. Step 3. Understand what you learn. If you find yourself having trouble learning a subject, go back to the root of it and try to relate it to something you're familiar with. Once you grasp the context and the overall picture, it's easier to understand stuff by attaching it to the core. Solve the problems. Don't just look at answers. If you come up with a solution yourself, then you're more likely to remember it. By understanding instead of just memorizing, you're helping move the information from your short-term memory to your long-term one. Step 4. No procrastination. It's hard, believe me, I know. It's just way too difficult to focus on one subject, especially when it's one you find unpleasant, like homework. One way to tackle this issue is the Pomodoro technique. Instead of forcing your mind to concentrate for long periods of time, you focus for 25 minutes, do your work, then you reward yourself with 5 minutes of rest. In order to overcome procrastination, however, you have to admit to yourself that you're doing it. Once you do that, you can recognize the cues that set you off and use your willpower to change the way you react to them. Step 5. Remove all distractions. Attempting to study in a distracting environment can be hard. All your willpower has to go towards blocking out the visual and audio distractions. Pick a study place, one where your posters, for example, aren't there to distract you, and maybe use headphones to block out the sound of the music your sister's playing. And as for the biggest distraction of all, the internet, there are apps and browser extensions you can use, such as Cold Turkey, that limit you even if you won't do it yourself. Step 6. Eat your frogs first. Do not put off the difficult tasks. It can be tempting to put them last on your schedule and get the easier stuff out of the way. This is mostly because the task overwhelms you, so you trick yourself into either underestimating the task or overestimating your own abilities. All you're doing is postponing the inevitable and letting the deadline draw closer as the pressure you feel increases and buries you. Get it out of the way, schedule the difficult tasks for early mornings, and give them the time and unpanicked energy they need. Step 7. Get creative. Find out what helps you learn and what specific things can prove useful for your particular subject. Perhaps watching or making videos can help you, Or perhaps studying in groups in which you can learn from the others as well as teach and repeat your learnings might be helpful. You can make flashcards, whether by hand or by online sites like Quizlet, and then quiz each other using them. Discover your own learning techniques and use them to build up your mind and to cement the things that you learn inside your being. Fill yourself up with knowledge. Happy learning, and thanks for watching this video.